action. The NFL is back. Here we go, week 1.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
First carry for Raheem Mostert.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
It's now third and less than a yard.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 35. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give them this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
To DeAndre Hopkins.
And DeAndre Hopkins with another catch. And let's face it, when Arizona made this trade, there had to be no one happier than quarterback Kyler Murray, who had been pushing his management to draft his college teammate C.D. Lamb out of Oklahoma. But when they made the trade for DeAndre Hopkins, they didn't need to do that anymore. This guy's an all-pro receiver. Been the top 3 in receptions the last.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Brad McDougald.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
1-yard line.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
A quick throw caught out wide by Bourne.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
21.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
They'll take over.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
First down, Drake. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Running for the shotgun with Drake. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
Able to find Isabella. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First down, Cardinals.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd and 7. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray, pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Set him back 5. after the delay. They're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun, Murray. Murray fighting, lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, Garoppolo.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 64 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the 2nd quarter.
This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the 2nd one. Now they're hoping to turn it into 1st downs and hopefully points.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at 2nd down. To throw again, Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Here we go.
Here's Garoppolo to throw.
Oh, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time.
Buda Baker with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
And there's Kyler Murray being sacked, and in his first year in the league, surprising to a lot of people, he was the most sacked quarterback, went down 48 times. And when you think about the mobility that he possesses, that really does surprise people because they think they can get out of everything. But so often, those young guys who can move around a lot, they keep plays alive so long that sometimes they actually get trapped. Defenses are going to test him and continue to test him. I think he's got something for them as he continues to move forward.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete.
Murray.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Niners' 20-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Second down, here's an option right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake, because you remember last year he was in Miami. Wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season, utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
A quick throw complete out to Isabella. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Touchdown, Arizona.
A 14-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7. Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Throwing now is Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That's another.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Here's Mostert.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 2nd and goal, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Niners 14, Cardinals 7. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And
now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Murray. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down right around the 37. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Murray again. This is Drake. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
First down, Murray. Throw left side complete. It's Drake. That catch good for only a couple. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Daniels that time. 3rd down here.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about
and now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Paul Richardson, 77 yards. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time.
Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play fake. Murray going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Cardinals. 42 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Throwing again, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
Murray to air it out again. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From a yard out. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
21.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. After the turnover, here's Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Robbie Gould.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo over the middle, and it's incomplete. Kyle Juszczyk, the fullback, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
65.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Ball carrier.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
That's complete out left to Ayuk.
Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And 1.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Niners 42. Cardinals.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
And the Cardinals.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Murray, a quick throw out to Kirk. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Christian Kirk.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
4 yards.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. It's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Brad McDougald. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Flushed out right. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And now here is another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Now Garoppolo winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Go ahead.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Looking deep for Gabriel. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Murray. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, even I can figure out that DeAndre Hopkins is clearly one of the best receivers in the game. Over the last 3 seasons, over 1,100 yards in each season. And don't forget, defenses have been keying on him each and every snap. This guy produces no matter what the situation, no matter what the coverage. Just find him and get him the football.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Cardinal 1st down.
Murray now on 1st down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D Ford able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And now here is another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Taking a shot for Samuel, and that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 44, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore. Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for San Francisco, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they go down to defeat here in the opener.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL.
Game over, time's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back, did what I could, what I had. Now I'll be all in my bag. Copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss. Stand 10 toes on your feet. I can never take a loss. I ain't set up for defeat. 40 autos on the truck. I had a dream and it's stuck. Living my life cause we up. Looking back like where the love. So I be hella low key. But contrary to belief, loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets. Struggle turned me to a beast. I'm off the chain, I'm off the leash. But baby girl, I play for keeps. Told my brother lately, I've been scheming. Against all odds like Willie Beeman. I've been grinding lately, this my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, how you gon' act?
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it go.
Turn. You can fold or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch you hate, watch him lurk. Can't relate, watch you skirt. Out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, at the gate, on site. Red breed, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I've been grinding since a young and they told me my timing was coming. I've been hustling with no fun and forget all the fame, get the money. I'm out in LA where it's sunny. I've been eating since a young and since we ain't have food in our tummy. The life we was living ain't funny, but you cannot take nothing from me. Put that on my mama, my daughter, my cousin, my brother, I'll show you. Way better than I can tell you. The type of dreams that they sell you. That's why I learned from my failures. Don't do the handouts or the favors. Told my brother I'ma get this paper. Was left behind, I'll see it later. To keep it real, you don't need to wait up. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, but how you gon' act?
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it go. I get it go. I get it go. I get it go. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it go. I get it go. I get it go. I get it go. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I get it go. I get it go.
Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you're at today. I couldn't tell it to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to the LMPD. Go and get your self-esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto-Biz, what this pink stuff is. Go and tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this.